It is possible that cockroach farming appears unusual or even horrifying at first glance. But in China, this practice has developed into a billion-dollar industry. There are a great number of cockroach farms, and it is incredible to think that they bring in enormous income. So why is China making such a significant investment in the production of cockroaches? Why do these creatures have such a high market value? Discover the shocking reality that lies behind cockroach farms in the video that we have for you today. Not only are cockroaches a widespread insect in the modern world, but they are also one of the oldest species on the planet. They first appeared more than 300 million years ago, which is even earlier than the appearance of dinosaurs. Cockroaches are still considered to be one of the most robust insects, despite the fact that there are over 4,600 varieties of them today. It does not matter how much insecticides are used by people or how much their environment is changed. Cockroaches will continue to exist because of their resilience to poisons, their ability to reproduce quickly, and their capacity to endure hard conditions. In the event that humans become extinct in the future, there are scientists who believe that cockroaches will continue to be the dominant species on the world. Cockroaches are one of the species that have the ability to live forever on Earth because of their remarkable survival skills. The cultivation of cockroaches may be straightforward, but it is extremely lucrative. Cockroaches are bred in an environment that is warm, humid, and dark in order to produce the optimal habitat for their development. Stacks of wooden boards are frequently used to store them, acting as a representation of the tight nooks that they naturally prefer. In a setting that is conducive to farming, cockroaches will search for their mates and then team up in order to reproduce. When a successful pairing has been achieved, the male will approach the female and climb atop her back to begin the mating process. After the mating has been completed, the female will store the sperm so that she can fertilize numerous batches of eggs without having to mate again. For the purpose of laying eggs and providing a secure environment for the development of larvae, farmers create specialized trays for female cockroaches to use. After the female cockroach has reached the point where she is prepared to lay eggs, she carefully slips the egg case into the thin gaps of the tray. She makes sure that the egg case stays in a dark, humid, and protected environment. Farmers perform routine inspections of the trays in order to track the development of the larvae. When the larvae have completely covered the surface of the tray, they are ready to be harvested. Before collecting the larvae, farmers would use specialized tools or gently shake the trays to gather them into a single location. This is done before the larvae are collected. While the previous trays are being cleaned and prepped for the next batch of eggs, any larvae that are in good health are being selected for use in subsequent farming or commercial applications. In a period of time ranging from 1 to 6 months, the larvae eventually mature into adult cockroaches. Shaking is a procedure that is frequently utilized by farms throughout the harvesting process. This approach involves vibrating the raised surfaces in order to cause the cockroaches to fall, which makes gathering much simpler. Because of the speed with which they reproduce, a single female cockroach can give birth to thousands of progeny over the course of its lifetime, which results in an impressively quick increase in the population. Every year, it is possible to cultivate billions of cockroaches in extremely vast farms. In order to keep expenses to a minimum, cockroaches are fed organic garbage, rotten vegetables, and leftover food. Additionally, some farms utilize a blend of rice, bran, and soybean powder, which enables the cockroaches to grow rapidly and reach their full potential dimension. Cockroach farming is growing as a promising sector, despite the fact that it continues to be very contentious. Cockroach farming is characterized by explosive reproduction rates and a straightforward farming technique. At first, it may sound unbelievable, but cockroaches can actually live for days without their heads. Unlike many other creatures, cockroaches do not rely on their heads for breathing. Instead, they breathe through small openings called spiracles located along their bodies. Because of this, even if a cockroach loses its head, It can continue moving around and functioning normally for up to a week, until it ultimately dies from dehydration. This shocking ability only adds to their reputation as some of the toughest survivors on the planet. Moreover, their survival skills don't end there. Cockroaches are capable of holding their breath for around 40 minutes, and they can survive being submerged underwater for more than half an hour. This trait is not just a random quirk. It helps them conserve water and survive in extreme environments where oxygen levels can fluctuate rapidly. Whether trapped in flooding conditions or exposed to dry, suffocating heat, cockroaches demonstrate a resilience that few other insects can match. In addition to their incredible stamina, cockroaches are impressively fast runners. Although they might seem clumsy when scurrying across kitchen floors, these insects can sprint at speeds of up to 3 miles per hour. Relative to their small body size, this makes them one of the fastest insects on Earth. Their quick reflexes and rapid movements are part of what makes them so notoriously difficult to catch, evading predators and humans with ease. Interestingly, cockroaches also possess a decentralized nervous system. This means that even if parts of their bodies are damaged, they can still perform basic movements and reflexes. For example, a cockroach can continue running and reacting even if its head or a limb is severely injured. This biological feature gives them an astonishing resilience, allowing them to survive injuries that would be fatal to most other living things. Beyond their toughness, cockroaches might even play a surprising role in the future of human nutrition. Scientists have discovered that the Pacific beetle cockroach produces a milk-like substance to nourish its young. This cockroach milk is packed with proteins, fats, and sugars, making it a highly nutritious superfood. Although the idea might seem off-putting, researchers are exploring ways to develop it as a potential food source, especially to address future food security challenges. Despite their solitary and creepy image, cockroaches are actually social creatures. They live in groups and communicate with one another using chemical cues known as pheromones. These chemical messages help cockroaches find food sources, recognize safe shelters, and even coordinate group movements. Their social behavior highlights a surprising complexity in these often misunderstood insects. Finally, when it comes to surviving extreme conditions, cockroaches once again showcase their astonishing capabilities. While they wouldn't necessarily survive a direct nuclear blast, cockroaches can endure levels of radiation up to 15 times higher than what would be lethal to a human being. Their durable cell structures and slow cell division rates provide them with a degree of protection against radiation, fueling the myth that they could outlive humans in the event of a nuclear catastrophe. Through all these extraordinary traits, cockroaches prove that there is much more to them than meets the eye. Far from being mere pests, they are marvels of evolution, perfectly designed to survive and adapt in a constantly changing world. In addition to their incredible resilience, cockroaches possess another remarkable trait: the ability to regenerate lost limbs. When a young cockroach loses a leg due to injury, it can regrow the missing limb during its molting cycles. As the cockroach sheds its exoskeleton and grows, a new functional leg gradually develops. This regenerative ability not only enhances their survival chances, but also showcases their impressive biological adaptability, allowing them to recover from physical harm that would cripple other creatures. Moreover, cockroaches have demonstrated a surprising level of primitive memory. Scientists have discovered that cockroaches can learn from their experiences, especially when it comes to avoiding dangers. For example, after being exposed to certain harmful substances, they can associate specific smells with negative outcomes and actively avoid those stimuli in the future. This basic form of memory and learning enables them to adapt to changing environments quickly, further cementing their reputation as masters of survival. Adding to their fascinating biology, the brains of cockroaches contain powerful antibiotic properties. Research has revealed that cockroach neural tissues can kill over 90% of some of the most dangerous bacteria, such as MRSA and E. coli, without harming human cells. Scientists are exploring these natural antibiotics as potential sources for developing new medicines in the fight against antibiotic-resistant infections. It is truly astounding that such a commonly despised insect could hold the key to future medical breakthroughs. Another incredible feature is their ability to sense danger through tiny hairs on their bodies and legs. These microscopic hairs are highly sensitive to even the slightest changes in air currents, allowing cockroaches to detect approaching predators or sudden movements. Thanks to this acute sensory system, cockroaches can react within fractions of a second, often fleeing before a human hand can even get close. This hair trigger escape mechanism is one reason why they are notoriously difficult to catch. Interestingly, not all cockroaches are pests. Out of the more than 4,600 known species, only about 30 are associated with human habitats and considered problematic. The vast majority live quietly in forests, caves, and other natural environments, where they play essential roles in decomposing organic matter and recycling nutrients back into the ecosystem. Without them, natural systems would struggle to manage decaying plant and animal material, proving that cockroaches are vital contributors to Earth's balance. Additionally, some cockroach species are capable of gliding or flying short distances. The American cockroach, for example, can leap from high places and glide to safety, using its wings to control its descent. While they are not strong flyers like birds or bats, their ability to maneuver through the air when needed adds another layer to their survival strategies, helping them evade predators and find food more effectively. Finally, beyond their biological and ecological importance, cockroaches have carried symbolic meanings in different cultures. In some traditions, they are seen as emblems of resilience, rebirth, and even prosperity. Their ability to endure hardship and thrive in almost any environment has led people to associate them with perseverance and the idea that success can come from persistence and adaptability. In business contexts, particularly in some Asian cultures, cockroaches have even been viewed as lucky symbols, representing tenacity and long-term success.